Welcome to the Arsenal Show. We are live, and it's the Newcastle and Arsenal preview. We're joined by co-hosts Steve K and Jerome Marks. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, you doing, mate? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
How you doing, Jerome?
Yeah, fine. You right?
Oh, I'm good. The team news is out, so let's go through it as it's just dropped literally about a minute ago. Aaron Ramsdale starts in go with Tommy Ashu at right back, Ben White and Gabriel, and Tavares keeps his position. The solid back five stay in there. Thomas Partey starts in the central midfield with Lokonga, aka Sambi, Emil Smith-Rowe. And it looks like Ødegaard comes in for Lacazette, Saka on the wing, and Aubameyang up top. Let's start with you, Steve. What's your thoughts on the starting lineup there?
Yeah, perfect. It's the exact team I would have picked. I don't think I would have picked. I think Ødegaard causes more problems than Lacazette does. I think he does just as much work as what Lacazette does. As I said, I went to the Watford game, and he gets around the pitch well. We've always said that Lacazette does that bit of work rate, and he does that well. But I think Ødegaard does just the same. And on top of that, I think Ødegaard is the more likely to score a goal, believe it or not, than actually our so-called centre forward would. So yeah, it's the perfect team. It's a big game. It's important to get back to winning ways after last week. And we were talking about like last week was a test. This is a test. This is a test to bounce back from a defeat. And they're the type of tests you should be talking about, I think, mate.
Yeah. Jerome, what's your thoughts on the starting lineup?
Bit surprised, to be honest, because although it's probably maybe a team that a lot of fans would want to see, I thought he would have made maybe a couple more changes.
Mm-hmm. What was you thinking, maybe?
I thought he might have brought Tierney back in.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was that could have been that would have been a decision he would have made that it would have been very hard to argue with, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it sends a brilliant message to both Tavares and Tierney. It's a message to Tierney that says you don't just walk straight back in this team, even after the player in your position has made like a terrible mistake. I think it's brilliant message that sends to Tierney, and that's only going to make Tierney perform better when he plays, or put even more effort in than he normally does.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
No, that's it. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, and it's not going to stop players from taking that risk where they feel that they might, if they make one mistake in a game after having a few weeks of very good performances, that they're going to get dropped from one mistake. Look, everyone makes a mistake, and it's how you come back from it. It's how you react in that game at the time. So it's not about the manager punishing players for taking risks and making a mistake. Jerome, your thoughts on Ødegaard starting over Lacazette?
Yeah, happy with that. I think you can't knock Lacazette how he's played since he's come back into the team. But I think we all want to see Ødegaard, don't we, in this team? We all want to see him play. We want to see him link the play together between the midfield and attack. And I guess a very good game on paper for him to come back into. So yeah, looking forward to seeing him play, and hopefully he plays most of the game.
All right. I'll pull up the Newcastle team in a minute. But Steve, off of that team, who do you think would be a key player for Arsenal?
Key player for Arsenal, there's a few that's got to have good games. They've got to be on it. Obviously, again, I can still say it every single week. I say it every single week, is that, Tommy Ashu's got to have another good game, because he's going to be the man who looks like he's going to be up against ASM. So he's going to have a good one. But look, Arsenal going to be looking to win this game, and it's going to be our forward players and our flair players that we're going to be looking at. And to have a good game today, I think Emil Smith-Rowe's got to play well. If he plays well, and if he can, get Aubameyang into the channels, if he can get into the box, maybe score a goal for himself. He seems to be the key man most weeks, but the kid's on fire, and he's going to be the guy that we're all going to be looking at.
Jerome, Newcastle team. Anyone there worrying? Anyone there that Eddie Howe could have changed the fortunes of and turned him into a superstar overnight?
Not sure about that, but obviously Callum Wilson knows where the net is, and obviously like Steve said, St. Maximin. Sometimes it looks like he can just get the ball and sort of take on the whole team himself. So I think the key is to, I guess, stop him getting the ball in the first place, perhaps, because he can be such a danger. He like lights up the screen, doesn't he, when you watch him play? So maybe them two would be, I guess, the two danger men, perhaps. And obviously, when a former player goes back to his old club, sometimes things work out in funny ways, and so. Yeah, and also I think he's brought Willock back into the team. He hasn't really been playing a lot, Willock, and maybe he feels like he's got a point to prove or something. But
he might have seen something in training where he's like, "Well, these players who have currently got us to bottom of the league have probably we should try something a bit different."
Yeah.
From a couple of Newcastle fans that I've been talking to, they've been quite happy by the way they've been playing. They've been playing well. Their midfield, they're happy with. I mean, Shelby had a fantastic game last week, and by all accounts, the front players have been on it for the last 2 games. It's just their defence.
Is that under the new management? Well, under how? Under the what's his name? The standing boss, interim boss who came in.
God, yeah, I do know his name.
Yeah,
can't think of him, but. Yeah, the guy at Bournemouth, weren't it? He's right-hand man at Bournemouth. I can't think of his name. But it's only been the defence that's let them down. And so, they could nick one today. And, and see with Joe Willock and obviously the 3 front players. I mean, even Joe Linton's been getting a few plaudits from Newcastle fans of late. So, yeah, it sounds like he's gone in there, Eddie Howe, and he's definitely, got them working.
But Eddie Howe's not known for his defensive side of as a manager, is he? He's more the expansive play, the pretty looking football, scoring goals. I just don't think he quite had that team at Bournemouth that could push on any further than where they got to. And after a while, it sort of gets stale, and then you're starting to bring in better players, but you can't bring in enough of those better players. Jerome, we haven't asked you who your key man would be off of from the Arsenal team after you've seen the Newcastle lineup. That may change it to a defender, someone different.
I think it's a big game for Ødegaard today.
Okay.
I think he was Arsenal's, apart from Ben White in terms of the money, he was Arsenal's sort of big signing in the summer, and midway, already he's been sort of dropped for a guy that's probably going to leave in the summer. So I think he's got. I think hopefully he'll have a big game today and create some chances for our forward players. So I'm hoping Ødegaard steps up today.
Yep. Johnny, welcome, Johnny. I'm hoping we see some nastiness today and put Newcastle to the sword in retaliation to the Liverpool result. Yes, 100%. It's exactly what I was saying last week. It's not about so much losing to Liverpool. It's about the reaction that comes from it. And they have to show that today against Newcastle. It's a big game. So, Steve, we'll start off with you. Oh, Johnny has jumped the gun. Love that, Johnny. Give us 2 seconds, mate. Give us your predicted score, Steve.
Yeah, I think we might let one in today, going by talking to a few Newcastle fans over the last few days, because apparently their front players are really buzzing and they're really on it. So, and when you look at that midfield, it's an attacking midfield, and they obviously go for the 3 there that are pretty goal scorers, and also the 3 up front with Callum Wilson and Joe Linton even, and ASN. So I'm going to go that they're going to score. I'm going to say give them a 1. I'm going to say also that Arsenal are going to score 3. So I think the score is going to be 3-1. And as far as goal scorers goes, I think I'm going to go for. I'm going to give Joe Linton because he gives a little bit of stick. So I'm going to give him a little bit of. I'm going to give a bit. I'm going to let him score a goal against us today because he does get a lot of stick, and yeah, I feel a bit sorry for him. But as far as
we can't be letting Joe Linton score past us, Steve.
No, it's all right. I don't care as long as we get 3. I'm not interested. Anybody can score. Their names can come off the bench and score. As long as you get 3.
All it is, yeah, it's just with Arsenal, it seems to be when a player hasn't scored in 6 years or when it's their first goal, they always seem to get it against Arsenal. Joe Linton,
he's scoring goals. He's scoring goals. It won't be his first. So anyway.
All right, so what have you gone for? You've gone for
I'll go for 3-1, Joe Linton for Newcastle and Arsenal. I think we'll spread it about. I think Ødegaard might pop up with one, Aubameyang and Smith Rowe.
All right. Jerome, what's your predicted score?
Yeah, I fancy Newcastle scoring. Willock hasn't scored this season for them yet, so he'll probably end up scoring. But
all right.
Yeah, I think we'll get a couple. So I think we'll win 2-1, and I think Ødegaard will score coming back into the team, and Smith Rowe as well. So Ødegaard and Smith Rowe 2-1.
All right, Jerome's gone for a 2-1 victory there.
I hope Aubameyang I hope he gets hat-tricks today. That's what I want because we all want him. If every Arsenal fan who's watching today should be absolutely screaming for every time he gets the ball that he hits the ball in the back of the net because for the rest of the season we're going to need him scoring goals.
100%. Like we're all screaming for it. That's why it's so frustrating that he's not, and especially when there's easy wins for him, like a penalty or a tap-in. Like those are the goals that are your bread and butter. They're the goal. Yeah, Aubameyang could open up and tuck one in top corner and wrap it right past the keeper. He can do that. But you get them every 1 in 3 or 4 games. These tap-ins are the ones that he makes his goal tally up with. And when he's not scoring them, then he gets into his own head. He starts to worry. He tries to nick other people's goals, and then those goals get disallowed. It's like we can see that he's not confident. No matter how much Aubameyang likes to walk around with a big smile on his face and his rainbow-coloured Lamborghini, you can see the geezer's not confident right now. So he needs them goals. So we are 100%. You're right. We are all screaming for him because if Aubameyang doesn't hit 15, 20 goals this season, I struggle to think that we're going to get in Europe because we can't. We've not got enough players in that team that are going to be smacking them goals in for that to get us up there. So that's what I worry about. So he does need to start scoring goals 100%. All right. Make sure you join us for after the game. It should be at 2:30, straight after the game for the post-match reaction. Also, big week next week. We have Nwankwo Kanu on. He will be on for the Manchester United and Arsenal preview. We will be putting up details about that very, very soon. Make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notifications so you do know whenever we go live or whenever a post goes up. Also, you can follow the Arsenal show on Twitter at the _ Arsenal show. Keep on track with everything that's going on the channel. Thank you very much for joining us today, Steve.
Cheers, mate. Yep, thanks, mate.
And thank you very much for joining us today, Jerome.
Yeah, of course. No problems.
All right, and Johnny's gone for a 4-0 win to Arsenal. Johnny, I hope to God that happens. And I hope that your mum and dad are all right, mate. Thank you, everyone else who joined us. I've got quite a few people watching on Facebook at the moment. And check us out after the game. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.